Hey all, here OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the Fire TV Stick 2019 edition, also the second generation model. This is one of the most popular streaming TV sticks currently on the market because of its ultra affordable price, here in the holiday season selling as low as $19. $20 is already a great value, but Amazon is further sweetening the deal with $45 of free Sling TV credit with purchase of one of their Fire TV sticks as part of the holiday season. So basically Sling TV is a streaming live TV. It's a subsidiary of Dish. So if you are into watching, for example, sports, it's a way that you can also access those traditional cable content directly on the Fire TV, in addition to streaming other online shows like Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Video, so on and so forth. Part of the reason why the Fire TV stick is really great is because of the remote control includes voice commands now, basically with Alexa. So there's a built-in microphone that makes it really easy to search. It can be used to control other smart home appliances. You can ask it questions. It will try and answer them. We are talking about a quad-core processor along with 8 gigs of built-in storage, and even comes with built-in Bluetooth, which allows you to use wireless headphones and connect it to the stick so that if you're watching TV at night, you can listen to the shows in private. So definitely a great deal. Now, taking a look at the packaging here, it's quite simple, very much in line with other Amazon products. We'll flip this open, and sitting on the top here, we have the 2 AAA batteries, which are also Amazon Basics branded. Snapping things back into place, here is the remote from the front. There's a 5-way navigation D-pad. Now there is no air mouse functionality, but it should be simple enough to operate using the 4-way navigation toggles. Then there's just a simple microphone key that you can tap on to activate the mic. The next small compartment here includes the wall adapter for plugging it into power. And then over here we have just the TV stick itself, and just a very simple design. It's made out of a polycarbonate plastic, and overall it looks quite sleek, just has the Amazon logo. Then we've got the micro USB cable that is again used to plug into power. It's a pretty long cable length. Finally, we have an optional HDMI adapter. If, for example, the HDMI port on your TV or display is hard to reach or access, you can plug this in and that kind of extends the arm a little bit. So overall, a pretty tidy and solid unboxing experience, very neat and well presented for such a low-cost device. Let's take a closer look at the UI and performance next. So here's the initial boot up. It says Fire TV Stick, various languages flash, press on next. Here's a pop-up keyboard, by the way. So for setting things like passwords and emails, you'll still need to hunt and peck. So using the kind of 4-way D-pad, you have to go left, right, up, and down to select things. Luckily, once you're actually logged in, you're able to just use the voice control to search things up. And we can set up other streaming services, free and paid. So if we tap on Get Started, for example, there are some popular examples that you can install, and the list just goes on. And then finally, some other custom services that we can select. Alright, so here's our home screen. It is very similar to a kind of Fire OS based tablet, such as the Fire tablets, if you're familiar with those. Very simple layout with our categories on the very top. So there's right now our home screen that we can take a look at our apps and channels. Again, in terms of the speed here, it seems to be quite snappy and responsive. If we pause on a TV show for a few seconds, it tries to give us a snippet if there's a trailer available. And again, it's actually one of the more optimized experiences that you'll find as far as quad-core TV boxes are concerned, because Amazon is investing a lot into making this product work. And then if we actually scroll to the side here, it goes into live content. So this is where you can set up the Sling subscription, for example. Another tab here just exclusively for movies, and then it goes further and breaks it down to TV shows. Before hitting apps, which are again meant for games and other content that you can again download from the store. So there's some featured content, there's some games, including emulator styles, some from Sega. These should be pretty fun, including Pac-Man. So it's kind of interesting that you get these options available. And the collection is greater than what you'll find on the Roku TV boxes. Roku's App Store is much more scarce by comparison because Amazon is using essentially APKs from the Google Play Store, so you get a larger collection of apps to try out, which is nice. And then finally, under categories, you can further customize it yourself by certain channels of content maybe that you're watching, like business-related, food and drink, kids, productivity, so you can further filter by these various tiles. Lastly, under settings, we can take a look at notifications. The audio here, we can specify and disable Dolby Digital. It's running on Fire OS 5.3 and has about 5.3 gigabytes of storage space remaining after the operating system is installed from the original 8 gigabytes. Now towards the left of the main home screen, there's also a search bar. It's basically universal search that you can use to search through the web in addition to find specific content. So let's do a very quick demo of the voice assistant. I'm going to tap on the microphone key. Launch Electric Dreams.
I can play that on Prime Video, or find it on Fire TV. Which would you like? Getting Electric Dreams from Prime Video.
And just like the app versions you can find on tablets and smartphones, there's access to things like X-Ray, which is actually a very handy feature that Amazon built in that gives you contextual information based on what you're watching. So things like the names of the actors will be displayed if you want to find that at a click as the video is playing along. So it's very intelligent and adapts to the content that you're watching, so you're able to kind of search through their bios and read more about them and find similar shows. You do have access to the web browser as well, which is a feature that the Roku TV sticks, for example, are kind of lacking. At least it's not quite as developed. So here we have kind of the internet. So if we tap on that, we can launch into Silk. The interface has been also optimized for the TV experience. Again, things are easier to click and scroll through. Some slight moments of occasional hesitation if you're launching into these apps for the first time, but overall, the experience is still more than usable. If we try and search something up, we can also hold on the microphone key to input. So for example, google.com. And we can tap on go. Again, it is going to be quite fast and responsive, and Silk indeed gives us a very fast experience. We have a virtual cursor that pops up, so it's actually pretty fast. Wi-Fi signal strength doesn't have any problems. We are loading back onto the full desktop version of the site. It looks very sharp, and again, scrolling is still quite fast thanks to that Silk optimization that's helping the page render a little bit faster through using kind of Amazon's AWS cloud servers handling some of the processing load. Launching to the YouTube app, we can once again use the voice command for searching things up, which is quite convenient. Let's try jumping into a quick video here and see how it fares. So it is optimized quite well, and again, the loading back speed is quite fast in terms of scrubbing and pulling back. No real problems at all. We can go between to a different part of the video and then tap on resume. And camera. Some more sample here. And again, it plays back pretty fast. So no real issues there. We can change the resolution, subtitles, all of these things can still be accessed just like on other TV boxes, or if you use one of Google's own smart TVs, it gives you that similar experience. The Wi-Fi router is actually on a different level of the building, but it's still picking up a very strong signal and having no problems at all in terms of hiccups or slowing down. So quite impressive there. The TV also becomes an interactive display for the assistant, showing you information as you ask questions, which is kind of convenient. So for example, what's the weather like tomorrow?
Here's the forecast for tomorrow in Sammamish. Look for rainy weather, with a high of 50 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 43 degrees.
So just like Echo shows and displays, we do have that full context as it is pulling in, as opposed to only hearing the voice, which is pretty neat. Other things like, tell me a joke.
Actually, my friend Jimmy Fallon wants to tell a joke. Let's give him a shot.
What did the horse say to the scarecrow? Hey!
Finally, here is a sample of a very light game that you can install. It's Crossy Road. If we tap on next, again, it's loading back actually in reasonable time. Not the most demanding game, of course, but overall it's still working pretty well with the remote, which again is connected using Bluetooth to the TV stick. So that means that you don't have to necessarily point it in the direction of it for it to work. You can kind of just hold it intuitively and it will still kind of function. Animations are better than expected. It's not really showing too many drop frames on a simple game like this. And at the same time, it can be quite fun with friends and family to kind of lightly play around with. Not going to be a replacement for a real console, but also, again, not bad from casual gaming here and there. Lastly, you can even long hold on the home key for a few seconds extra to pull up some additional settings. You can also mirror the display. So it becomes almost like a Chromecast alternative or a Miracast function, so that you can wirelessly send the screen from your smartphone or tablet over to this. So definitely very fully featured. So that's more or less it for our hands-on review of the Amazon Fire TV Stick, the 2019 edition. Again, for under $20, it's a pretty insane value and something that's going to be very difficult to beat for almost any other brand or even platform. Especially if you are a Prime member, I think it makes a lot of sense, such as Prime videos that you can fully take advantage of. That built-in voice assistant is actually really clever and allows you to search things more quickly without having to hunt and peck using the 4-way D-pad, just making it a lot faster faster for you to search up shows, ask questions, set reminders, things like that. Very convenient and easy to use. And again, one of the best values that you'll find, also has solid performance in terms of streaming and loading back content. And want to turn a regular TV into a smart TV, this is a great way to do that at really a rock bottom price. So you can check out more details if you're interested in the links down below. Again, a really good gift idea here in this holiday season. That's been a closer look at the Amazon Fire TV Stick 2019 edition.